My name is Dustin Lee. I'm a South Carolina expungements attorney with Lee Law Firm LLC based out of Bluffton, South Carolina. I have a statewide expungements practice, meaning I handle matters throughout South Carolina, whether you are up in the Upstate, the Midlands, Grand Strand, the PD region, down in the Lowcountry, Hilton Head, Bluffton, Charleston, all the way up the coast, wherever you might be. If it was a South Carolina state level conviction, uh, we help people in those circumstances. The purpose of this particular video is to give an explanation for people who don't even really know what that means. What is a consultation? What am I going to get out of this? What should I not expect to get out of this? A consultation, as far as an expungement is concerned, we do a few things. Number one, and we talk about in other videos, is once you have paid for the initial consultation, given us the information that we need to actually do our jobs, we're going to do a lot of background work before that consultation takes place. We're going to try to figure out what is the quote CDR of the offense. Is this a violent offense, a non-violent offense? Was this under Title 56? A lot of it doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't have to make sense to you. It's part of my job to figure out, is there a category I might be able to get? Do I see convictions on the SLED report after the conviction, this person, or charges after the person was convicted of this offense? How long has it been since then? That all helps me try to figure out if it's something I might be able to help you with. During the actual call, we're going to talk about a lot of that stuff. In other words, hey, this looks like something we might be able to help with, but we need to get 2 charges expunged. Or, yes, we think we can help with this. Or there can be circumstances where people call and the charge is still currently pending. If the charge is pending, we can't really do anything as far as an expungement while the charge is pending. We can potentially talk about whether it would be expungible if you were to plead guilty or found guilty of the offense. In other words, if you're charged with a simple possession of marijuana charge and it's currently pending, meaning your court date is in 3 weeks, we can't go and get it expunged right this second. We're not going to be able to go and get it taken care of under current state laws at the time of this video. In other words, stop the prosecution from going forward, tell them to hold off. Let's get the whole thing erased. There might be diversion programs, and you might be looking for an attorney to help you with current representation of a current matter, but that would be an example. A consultation is not a guarantee that we're going to be able to help. It's not a guarantee of any type whatsoever. It's about us doing that background research, explaining to you what options may or may not be available. A lot of times with expungements, we look and we say that may not qualify due to the type of offense or the severity of the offense, whatever that may be. I don't know, by making this video, just sitting here in general, whether your offense or offenses may or may not qualify. I can tell you that I do a lot of this stuff, and I try, of course, to give you honest advice as to whether I think I'm going to be able to help or not be able to help. Again, same thing, but you have to understand the consult fee does not cover quote unquote representation. Hey, I paid you for a consult. Aren't you my lawyer now that I've paid for you to do that background research and to, against limited research, but to do a little bit of that background research and talk to me for 30 minutes or an hour, or 25 minutes or 45 minutes, however long that call is. No, that does not mean that you have hired me to uh, basically represent you or work towards an expungement. We can talk about that during the consultation, but it's a very different matter. So again, that's kind of a lot of the gist. Also, if we can't help you get an expungement, sometimes things are eligible for what's called a um, pardon. I'm sorry. A pardon is way different from expungement. We can talk about that, but it's not as cool, meaning it doesn't erase things the same way. It's basically forgiving you as far as civil consequences, but generally that conviction is going to sit there and still be on your record, but have a note next to it that you were pardoned. It's generally a slower process. It's more expensive. And again, if I tell you I think I can get something expunged, there's no guarantees, but I'm generally pretty confident when I'm telling someone, assuming that they've given me all the proper information, I have the right SLED background checks, done my right homework. With the pardon, it's up to a board up in Columbia that could take us some time to get up there. And again, it's a whole different process. We can talk about that if an expungement is not something that I think I'm going to be able to help you with. during the consultation. But then again, we need to get a consultation set. I do not do a consult or basically a setup where you email me or you place a call and say, hey, I'll pay you if I like what you have to say. I'll pay you. I want my money back because you say you're not able to help me after doing all that background research, paying for the SLED reports. That's not the way it goes. The consultation, that is the value that's being provided, is can I help you? Can I not help you? What are some time considerations that might be out there? If I can't help you, what other options are available? That is the purpose of the consultation. It's not a guarantee that you're going to hear what you want to hear. But again, I'd love to talk to you regardless. Hopefully, if you need help for you, someone you care about with that, then please feel free. Our phone number is 843-474-0614. Give us a call. Ask to set up a consultation. Please, please, please only call if you are willing and able to actually give us the information we need to properly assess. What is kind of a pet peeve of mine is when people tell me they're not going to give me any information whatsoever to help me do my job. They're not going to tell me even things such as their date of birth, and they might not know the information. But if you give me things such as name, date of birth, and social, if you have one, then we can do a lot of that background work, because people might not remember everything about a 15, 20-year-old conviction, a 5-year-old conviction, where it happened, the exact name of the court. We can find that out, but we need you to give us the information we need to be able to do our jobs properly so we can try to help you. Thank you.